Good evening.
Good evening.
This is a poem. I'm doing something that was from a prompt from the Poetic Kindred in honor of Chris's feature. So this is called Living Ink. Goodbye negativity, I only have room for love. Like the vaccine that could cure the mutation in my blood. And yes, I mean a literal mutation. My bone marrow produces too many platelets. That's why I take a potent immunosuppressant. In 2021, my platelets spiked to over 1,400, rather than the healthy 350. Fault my unrequited lover, Valora, how she took advantage of the mentally ill. At least she encouraged me to go to the ER one night when my symptoms manifested swiftly. Thrice I've come within 1 inch of my life, and I was reminded of this by all things fish. The miraculous 6 sword-tailed fry that survived in only 1 inch of stagnant water, without oxygen, without food. I transferred the 4 adult fish into my 20-gallon tank 3 days prior. Did they know that their children would survive when I separated them? Our family dentist gave them to me for free. Soon they started to breed. God watched over the fry, but they were no side dish. Why is it we call them collectively singular, no matter the quantity they swim in? Were the oceans after the land and the sky by God, because he needed the symbol of flight underwater, over sand, over rock. Wingless creatures swooping in quiet rings, unaware of the tranquility granted them by the crystal blue silence. Were we once fish that walked on land but lacked hands? In high school, I overdosed on alcohol, trying to be cool. Had my stomach pumped to remove the toxic substance. In 2016, I intentionally overdosed on beta blockers. Angry the next morning, I was still here, unable to count my blessings. Each of these near-death experiences were either directly or indirectly by my own hand. The platelets were out of control, because in my mind they were magically delicious. The crystalline sky needed them to create a new heaven for my genius. I spoke of airborne platelets in my writings, as if they were supernatural beings. My whole life from the moment of conception was miraculous. 3% of IUDs fail and result in pregnancy. I like to believe an angel intervened. Because in 1976 in the Canary Islands, my parents took a cold medicine. They went to eat and the room began to spin. They returned to the hotel through the looking glass. They went to the planet Ascension. Time began to pass. Their epic union at that moment would result in my birth. The angel sent them back with a portion of heaven back to earth. The 3 near-death experiences were twice intentional and once negligent. The angel of death has no power over me in the present.
Amen.
Just like the fish fry who survived in only 1 inch of water, I continue to put words to paper. I have a stable home, a car to drive from point A to point B, and clean water and electricity, and access to food, resources, until I find another job. To me, that's evidence I'm favored by God.
Yes.
Amen.
Granted, I have trouble with self-care, but when I feel helpless and I need someone to talk to, my army is there. I shouldn't diminish my progress. My last job was meant to be for wait and see. That lasted close to 2 years, and the Salvation Army was almost 7 years. Giant was almost 5. I guess the little things really are giant, and they keep you alive. Back in my 20s, I was angry, so people thought I was so much older. Now I'm 47, and I look like a loaded 38, and that's a good count. Find me on IG at Poetic License to Chill. I also have a website by the same name. Thank you. I have a book called Waves of Madness, Waters of Tranquility on Amazon. It's only $22.
Only $22.